Good to have you with us tonight at 11. I'm Devin Skillian.
I'm Kimberly Gill. It happened around 3 this afternoon at Manhattan Fish and Chicken in the area of Schaefer and Joy Road. Jacqueline Francis joins us live with an update on the victims tonight. Jacqueline.
Kimberly and Devin, one person is in critical condition, the other in serious. Both victims were inside the restaurant when the shots rang out. Another customer telling us he dropped to the ground and called 911.
I hadn't even got out the car yet, and I just started hearing this pop, 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 pop. And I turned to her and I said, listen, what's that gunshot?
Radisha Estelle was almost home when she heard the shots and turned around.
Two cars that flew past us so fast, like it was like a zigzag.
She says the cars were speeding away from the scene of the crime, Manhattan Fish and Chicken at Schaefer and Joy Road on Detroit's west side. You can see bullet casings in and outside of the store.
Right there where the tape is at. And I seen the boy, four guys, carrying him, two at the back and two at the front, carrying him, rushing him to the back seat of a car because they didn't want to wait on the EMS. So I understand, he's young, but I didn't know that was my great nephew because I couldn't see his face.
When police arrived on scene, they say both the victims and the suspects had taken off. The two victims showed up at a nearby hospital, listed in critical and serious condition.
I'm real hurt about this because I did not know that was my nephew.
Estelle says her great-nephew just celebrated his 17th birthday.
This is getting ridiculous. You in broad daylight, people just coming to shoot, and kids could have been in there. This one guy was in there. He didn't have nothing to do with nothing. He don't even know what the hell going on,
No arrests have been made. Anyone with information is asked to call police. Reporting live from Detroit Police Headquarters, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Okay, Jacqueline, thank you.
With a Senate seat up for grabs because Senator Debbie Stabenow is retiring, the moves and machinations are on tonight. Detroit's former police chief has gone public, planting his flag firmly in the Donald Trump camp. Mara McDonald live downtown with more here. An open Senate seat generally means hotly contested primaries. Mara.
It sure does, Devin, and what former Chief James Craig did tonight really makes you think he's doing a whole lot more than just thinking about running for Senate. Let me show you. Officially at this point, the GOP contenders with name ID thinking of entering the race include former DPD Chief James Craig, former U.S. Congressman Mike Rogers, and former U.S. Congressman Peter Meijer. In an op-ed today, and you can see the title, Craig just announced his intention of going after the votes of Trump supporters, the former president himself sending it out on Truth Social. You're certainly not going to see that out of Meijer or Rogers. Rogers has been out of Congress since 2015. Meijer lost his seat in the 2022 primary to a Trump loyalist, John Gibbs, who ended up getting crushed in the general election. So far, the Democrats have two high-profile declared candidates, Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin, who has been steadily galvanizing her base of support, and actor and business owner Hill Harper, who has been spotted all over Metro Detroit. Don't be surprised if you see his volunteers out gathering signatures at various events this weekend. Back here live, but the big question tonight remains this. Is it possible for a not all in on Trump GOP contender to possibly win a primary in this state? I guess we're about to see. Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
Well, Mara, the national GOP, I think, is weighing that too. We are watching them target certain states for Senate pickups next year. We're seeing that in Ohio. It doesn't feel like the national GOP has its eye yet on Michigan.
You're right, Devin. It doesn't. And could that change depending on who the GOP candidate is? Sure. But I mean, as of right now, as far as the national GOP looks down on Michigan, I'd say we're firmly on the B team. Maybe go into the A team, but right now, I think it all depends on who the candidate is. Back to you.
For a long way to go, no doubt about that, too. All right, Mara. No charges are going to be filed in the deadly shooting by Detroit police during a mental health call.
Yeah, Kaisia Miller was shot and killed last November on the city's west side. Miller's mother called police saying her daughter had hit her son with a bat. Police say Miller was armed with several weapons, including a gun, but her family says that's not the case. They say she wasn't armed, but was holding her cell phone while on Facebook Live when police tackled and shot her an estimated 4 times. The Wayne County Prosecutor's Office says there's insufficient evidence to charge the officers, and their actions were indeed justified. Last December, Miller's family filed a lawsuit against the department.
Belleville police are trying to sort out the circumstances surrounding a double shooting and crash that certainly could have been even worse. This mystery, though, has a lot of pieces. In the end, a man and a woman were shot. Their car crashed into a building, and it all happened right there in downtown Belleville on Main Street. A baby and a toddler were also in the car. Fortunately, they weren't hurt. The male driver said he has no idea who shot him. We're waiting for updates on their conditions, but at last word, he was in critical condition. Police pursued a stolen vehicle last night they believe might be connected to the shooting. So more information on the case and the suspects as it becomes available.
Farmington Hills police are investigating a suspicious bus stop incident reported by a 9-year-old boy. The child says he was approached by a stranger on Thursday near a bus stop at the corner of 11 Mile and Inkster Roads. He says a stranger pulled up alongside him and said, "Get in, I'll take you home." The child ran off, got away. The suspect, though, is described as a young man in a baseball hat in some kind of white pickup truck with black handles. Farmington Hills police say they have increased patrols at all bus stops.
As we head toward Labor Day, the UAW, Detroit's Big Three, and everyone impacted by their contract negotiations waiting to see what happens next. Now that the union has filed claims of unfair labor practices against 2 of the automakers. UAW President Shawn Fain is targeting Stellantis and General Motors, saying they did not respond to counter proposals. Both companies vigorously deny that claim. We talk with business and labor experts about the possible motives behind the complaint.
The goal may well be just to exert this pressure and get, the company back to the table or to change its position.
You cannot permanently replace an unfair labor practice striker, whereas an economic striker, you can permanently replace that striker.
So what now? Well, the National Labor Relations Board will investigate to decide whether a hearing is called for. Meantime, keep in mind the current UAW contracts expire 13 days from now.
Anyone attending tonight's high school football game in Oxford got quite a treat. The school is teaming up with Giant Helmet to transform their stadium into an art exhibit. At the game, a large-scale replica of an Oxford football helmet was unveiled to help kick off the school's new initiative, which is meant to integrate art and sports. It's no secret, of course, the helmet is iconic in the Oxford community, and the school hopes this new display will help drive school spirit.
Are shaping up to be a hot Labor Day weekend across Metro Detroit.
Kim Adams joins us with some good news for the forecast. If you like it hot, you're going to love this weekend.
Oh, you're just going to absolutely love this weekend as we get near record-breaking temperatures by Labor Day. Right now, this will be the last kind of cool night that we have. 55 in Port Huron, 59 in Lapeer, 63 in Pontiac, 64 at Metro, mid-50s in Ann Arbor, and 63 in Howell. Tomorrow, we warm up quickly all the way into the mid-80s by tomorrow afternoon with plenty of sunshine, very dry, very stable air. And we're not done there. We're going into the 90s by Sunday and into Monday. If you're headed to the big house tomorrow, it's going to be warm, especially if you're sitting in the sun. It will definitely be hot. There's not going to be much of a breeze. There could be a few clouds. That would be a good thing. If we could get just even a couple clouds in here to block the sun from time to time and give us a break. But otherwise, it's just going to be very warm. You'll notice the humidity going up just a touch tomorrow, but you'll really notice that humidity Sunday, Monday, and even into Tuesday as the kids head back to school. It's going to feel like it is still summer all the way until the end of next week. We'll talk about our chance for rain over the next 7 days in just a couple of minutes.